Hi all. About 2 weeks ago, almost 2 weeks ago, I had a heart attack. Um, on the 24th of August, I went for my second vaccination at the vaccination center. The 25th of August, I went back there complaining about chest pains, difficulty in breathing. They told me to go to the um, hospital, the government hospital, and they will check up on me there. So I went there. They did a 20-second ECG test, after which they told me I should go home, drink 2 Brufens, and take a rest. Then 2 weeks later, I end up with a major heart attack in my apartment. After they put a stent in my heart, opening up the main artery, I was told that it's cholesterol and smoking. So on my mom's side of the family, there's no reports on cholesterol or smoking failures in the heart. Cancer, yes. On my dad's side, nothing like that at all. I served in the police force for 2 years. I was in the military for 6 years. I was in the security industry for 6 years. I've lived a healthy, long, happy life by God's grace. And no one believes me that after my second vaccination, this was the cause of my heart attack. Just to give you some details quickly, what happened, I started having the same chest pains. It felt like a fire burning in my chest. I wanted to vomit, but nothing came out. There was a numbness that came over the left side of my body. I found it very difficult to breathe all of a sudden. And then suddenly I could not speak. If my fiance was not here to do what the ambulance told her to do over the phone, I would have surely been dead. But those were the symptoms that I got. I also had a lot of sweating happening. I was soaking wet as far as I remember, and then I blacked out. I could not remember anything else until I woke up in the hospital. They told me I did not fall asleep. The ambulance people kept me awake the whole time, but I did not register anything in my mind. So now my question is, if there's no cholesterol or smoking disorders in my family, on either side, my mom or my dad, how can you look past the fact that the second vaccination is the cause of this heart attack that I had on the age of 45? I did maintenance, general maintenance for the last 4 years. I have been absolutely fit. I have never had a problem with my chest or my heart. I've had some anxiety attacks when I was younger, and that passed over. And since I've been in the UAE, I've learned to calm down and to relax. So you can't say that, yeah, it's because of stress and anxiety and this and that. I'm telling you straightforward, this is because of my second vaccination. If they did the testing properly, when I went to report my first chest pain on the 25th of August, this would not have happened. You would have seen the problem beforehand, and you could have resolved it immediately. So now you're blaming me for cholesterol and smoking and all kinds of nonsense. I've changed my diet. Of course, it is better for my own health, but my whole life has now changed because the doctors at the hospital firmly believes that cholesterol and smoking was the cause of this problem. I have seen so many videos and links and stuff of people complaining about the same things after their second vaccination, and it just gets swiped under the carpet. No one talks about it, no one says anything about it, no one mentions it. They will find an excuse to blame you as a person and not the vaccination. Now, I did a bit of research and I saw that this is not an FDA approved vaccination. So for all those out there, it's not approved. It has been an emergency approved vaccination, but not FDA. And if you look at the MSDS, the medical safety data sheet, no one, all the people complaining about chest pains, it has not been recorded onto that safety data sheet. So if you type into Google Pfizer MSDS, you're going to find a PDF file that tells you all about the symptoms and the precautions and all that stuff. Now they tell me that the vaccination has been tested. And then I went to research, and it shows it's been tested on rats and bunnies. Now, question. How do these two animals tell doctors and scientists and biologists what their symptoms are? If you can show me that these two animals can speak to you and tell you that these are the symptoms they are having, please send me a video so that I can fulfill my mind with whatever drugs you use to get those symptoms out of the animals, to know what we are going through as humans. You give us these vaccinations. There's a thing called human rights. But behind our backs, you go to businesses and you tell them that if your people are not vaccinated, you have two choices. You can either leave the office and never come back, or you can have a nose swab every second, third day on your own cost. But otherwise, if you're not vaccinated, no job, my friend. So now, where did the human right of making a choice of being vaccinated or not gone to? You explain this to me. Now, I know this video is not going to last very long on YouTube because someone is going to remove it because I'm speaking the truth. I'm tired of keeping my mouth shut. I'm tired of people hiding. The only places making huge riots because of the vaccination is America and Australia. The rest of the world keeps quiet. Now, I also saw information last night saying that if you go to the UK from any other country and you did not have the Pfizer UK, you will not be allowed to enter. So I thought that Pfizer and Sinopharm are all manufactured by the same place. So it means that every country should allow you to enter because it's a worldwide vaccination approved by who? World Health Organization. And they must show us that after the vaccination has now been administered to billions of people, that WHO and the FDA will approve it. They still have not approved it. They just keep on carrying on with a non-approved vaccination, injecting people, telling them it's for their own health and for the public's health. But nothing is happening. People getting the vaccination gets the same thing as well. So there's been nurses and doctors working in ICUs from the day the pandemic started, and they have not had vaccinations. Then suddenly the policy of the hospital changes and tells them that, but you have to get vaccinated. It's very important, otherwise you won't have a job. So please, why did I get the heart attack? I firmly believe that it was the second Pfizer vaccination. I firmly believe that my God Almighty has been protecting me thus far without vaccinations. But because I need my job to look after my family and my kids, I had to take the vaccination, and it felt like a part of me and God has been removed because of this. I am unhappy, I am disgusted, and I am totally against this vaccination. Say what you want. I've met people that give all praise to the vaccination. Oh, it's so good, you have to go. Bullshit. No one can make you do something that you don't have to. But here in the UAE, if you do not have it, you cannot enter certain malls. You cannot enter certain public places. You're not allowed to have a lot of family members or gatherings because of vaccinations. You cannot do jobs in government sectors because you did not have vaccinations. How is this in any way fair? I just cannot comprehend this in my small South African mind, how the people are thinking that this is the greatest thing on earth ever happening. It's killing more people than the bloody virus. Wake the fuck up.